going to be at Cafe Delisa in Frederick tomorrow night. It's going to be a dope show. I'm going to be hosting it, actually. I hope he's here. Please give it up for Billy Harper. Oh, there he is. He's here. He's here.
Where's that going to go, Walter? Hey, keep it going for me, Nadine, and welcome back. Seriously. But hey, who are the parents again? We got some parents in here, right? Okay, I don't know about you, but I can tell you what makes the perfect dad. And I learned this from my wife recently, and it's that you gotta think and act like an 8-year-old boy. So I told her a dick joke and farted. And then I said boobies, and she gave me a timeout. But the interesting thing was my son, he was embarrassed when I did that. And he's like, Dad! They're called titties. But the interesting thing is that I've got 2 kids. They've moved on with their lives. One's a senior at VCU. The other one's a sophomore at Delaware. They're coming home this week. But I got to say something that I really, really miss them being at home and actually being in high school. And I especially miss that for my son. And the reason for that is I always enjoyed watching him failing at asking girls out. Really, yeah, I did. And that's because you got to really be a lot of things. 17-year-old boys, it's really hard now. You got to be a lot of things. You especially need to be a stalker. And I say that because when I was 17, back in the mid-'80s, I'd see a girl I want to ask her out, I'd talk to her, I'd walk up to her, I'd say hello, I'd try to make small talk with her, and then I'd say, will you go out with me? And she said, no fucking way. But nowadays, you've got to up your game. You've got to show up at a girl's house at 6 in the morning, unannounced, hide in the bushes. You've got to wait until she comes out, and then the moment is right when she's getting in her car, you flip a switch, and there's a big light show, and there is a fog machine with lasers in the background. There's Taylor Swift playing, and you have this big lighted sign that says, it will make my era if you go out with me. And she says, no fucking way. The interesting thing, though, is my son, he just said, fuck it. I'm not going to put up with that aggravation. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to text a girl and say, hey, let's go out sometime. And you know what? It worked just the way you think. She said yes. Yeah, so it works. Yeah. So the one thing, though, my kids, they have really gotten on with their lives, and like everybody, I don't know the parents in here, but I don't know about your kids, but my kids think they know everything. And they don't listen to a goddamn thing Dad says, except for one thing. And that is to travel the world when you're young and get somebody else to pay for it. And guess what? I paid for their trips at every fucking place on the planet. And I see Walter's getting ready to light me, so...
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. But it's interesting that, the interesting thing is that when you're traveling in another country, you get to really see a lot of things. But the one thing we learned was when we went to Hawaii as a family. And that is because we really bonded as a family. We enjoyed a lot of the food there. Especially, we found the best pineapple ice cream in all of Hawaii at the weed store. And it pairs great with their brownies. The other thing, too, is that I learned this. We learned a lot of the language, but I had actually learned this. Last week, I recommended a local canoe club to an influencer on Instagram, and I found out that Hawaiians have a name for mainlanders who do that. It's douchebag. The other thing is that we actually found the best beach in Hawaii on advice from a friend, and we got there and we got to the beach and we saw this guy. He was flying a kite naked.
Oh, God.
But especially, we had a lot of great experiences. We bonded, we hiked, we actually did do ocean canoeing. And as soon as I get a tribal tattoo, I'm going to get my card punched for a free brownie at the weed store. And hey, thank you. I'm going to bring Walter back on. Please show Kira some love, and thanks for coming tonight.
We did the mic stand. Billy Harper, everybody. Yeah. I feel him because my daughter is going to study abroad in Spain next semester. It's hell expensive, but Billy Harper's paying for it. Isn't that great?